Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please smash that like button and hit the notification bell. And today we got ourselves a quality check with the Model Y. So without further ado, let's get right to it. All right, we got ourselves another quality check, and this is the gray Model Y with the standard wheels and the black interior. And let's do ourselves a quality check. And a quality check basically checks the current build of the most recent Model Ys, and we're going to look at the panel, the exterior, and we're going to give it either a pass or a fail. So let's continue on, starting and looking at the left side. So far we don't see anything. Oh, what is that? Okay, so that's nothing. I thought it was a scratch or something. So far so good. Nothing that catches our eye. From the left to the right. Let's look down here. I do see these marks over here, but oh, wait a minute. Do you see that? So these marks, oh wow, not something that comes off. So this could possibly be a scratch. If it's on the clear coat, they probably will be able to buff that out. But that's something that I hope the new owners catch this before anything. Because if I took this vehicle home and noticed 2 scratches on it, I would definitely be worried. So the wheels are all buffed up, shiny. And remember, there's a set of wheels underneath these hubcaps, and if you powder coat them, they look phenomenal. So let's continue on with the driver's side door. Now what we want to do is make sure that the driver's side door gap is as thin as possible. Here's a look at the interior, and let's continue on here. So let's check the door handle to see if it's flush, and it is flush. So do you guys see that? That's also another scratch. Like, what's going on with this? And if you look at this corner here, it's also another, like, what is this? Come on. I hope it buffs off, and like, you know what, 90% of the time it's probably going to buff off, or it could be the residue of the wax. But the one thing is, if it's the residue of the wax, then it probably would come off. But I don't know, maybe it's there. I fingers crossed. I just hope that it is the residue from the wax, because if it's an actual scratch, then Tesla would have to do some paint correction. So over here, let's take a look at this gap over here, and it is big. I would definitely say it is big. So I've seen bigger, but this gap is definitely big. So definitely we have ourselves an issue, and this is a very common problem that Tesla seems to have. And it's the left side gap there, and it seems to be very common. Now let's check these lights, and you want to rub one finger from this light to this light, and it's flush. It should feel smooth. If it feels a little bit out of place, then you may want to get it corrected. Now onto the right side. Let's take a look over here at the right side, which we normally find is built a little bit better than the left side, because look at the size of this gap over here on the right side. See how thin it is? This is how the left side gap should be, but for some reason you got one big gap on the left side and a tiny gap on the right side. So this is an issue that's very common. And another very common problem is that the passenger rear door tends to poke out. But for this Tesla, I can assure you that it is flush. This panel to this panel, it just runs smooth. There's no bump or groove. Okay, so let's take a look at the wheels. Also, you want to take a look at the glass roof. There could be chips during transportation. It happens, I tell you. So if you look under here, it looks like some, this is probably some cleaning residue that they still have to work out before they plan on doing. I hope that they fix all these problems before the actual person takes delivery. And for these defects on this Model Y, I'm going to have to give it a fail. This is a thumbs down. Now let's move on to another Model Y. All right, so this is another Model Y. It happens to be the white. It also has the standard wheels. And let's continue on with a quality check. Now taking a look at the front, making sure that the fender matches the hood and the hood matches the bumper. You want to make sure that the paint is an even match and that the gap is as thin as possible all throughout the vehicle. I strongly suggest walk around the vehicle at least 5 times. Bring somebody with you. Get a second opinion. It's always good to have another set of eyes on your delivery date than to have to, listen, 4 eyes are better than 2. And the more eyes you have on to look over the vehicle, it's a better possibility of them finding out any defects. So what I would do is I would bring the whole family and ask them and challenge them to find a defect on your vehicle. You know? Oh, this gap is nice and tight. I do like that. Okay. And here's a look at the interior. Remember, after you've done a thorough check of the exterior, that's when you want to move into the interior. You want to check the center console, the seats. You want to check the steering wheel, the dash. Check that the software is operational. Check your glove box. Check the side doors. Then after you're done with the front, move to the back. Check the seats. Make sure they fold down properly. Then, after that, check the trunk and then check the front. Make sure that the car is built to the best of their ability. All right, let's continue on with this quality check. And another thing that's come to my attention is when I look at this, right? And you look at this panel and this panel. Is it the lighting or is this a dark black and is this a lighter black? Like, what is this? Like, do you see it? Are they the same black? I don't know. It could be the lighting. It could be how it is. I don't know. But what I will tell you is that this gap right here is what I love to see. It's beautiful. Nice and tight. And that's what we want to see. Very tight panels. I really like that this Model Y seems to be better than the gray that we just seen. So continuing on, checking the lights. And now let's check the right side. Beautiful. Look at that gap. Wow. Look how thin that is. This is how it's supposed to be. Like, when you can barely see a gap, that's when you know Tesla built a good vehicle. Do not allow Tesla to say, oh, it's within spec. No, it's not within spec if one side is thin and the other side is big. Like, that doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. So if you have any issues, ask for a manager, or better yet, get somebody else, a different employee to look at it. You know, don't just take one employee's word for it. Get as much people on it and show them that you want it fixed. Don't just come there and be like, la 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 la, I'm just gonna take it and this not care about what I'm buying. Even because these are, I tell you, the prices of these are increasing, but the quality isn't. So you got to make sure that if they're increasing the price, that they're going to be putting in more quality into building this vehicle. So this Model Y, I'm glad to say that it gets a pass. Now let's move on to our final Model Y for the evening. Look what we have here. We have a black Model Y with also the standard wheels. And with the black, it does look good, but I strongly suggest that you get yourselves some PPF, and that is paint protection film. Black tends to reveal swirl marks and tiny little scratches. The black looks good, but it's known to reveal those things when you're as you drive, and every time you wash the car, you're going to see a new scratch. So with the black, get paint protection film. This is going to protect you from swirl marks. This is going to protect and hold your resale value, because if anybody hears that you got your car paint protection film, they're going to be happy. They're probably willing to pay more because they know that the car was kept in good condition. And the one thing paint protection film can also do is protect you from light accidents. Like if you get a low speed accident where the person just hits your bumper on a car that doesn't have paint protection film, it's probably going to show a scratch. But the car that has paint protection film, especially the self-healing paint protection film, it'll be protected. So let's continue on with this quality check. And let's look at the left side. Let's take a look at the hood. And let's take a look at the right side. Let's take a look at these wheels, these nice shiny wheels. And let's take a look. And this is our final Model Y. So this driver's side door is nice. Let's take a look over here. There's the interior. Let's do the test again to see if it's flush, and it is flush. And it is flush. Let's do the rear to see if it's flush, and it is flush. Now, unfortunately, it has a gap. Look at the gap. This is too big. Can almost fit my finger in there. Come on, Tesla. Over here too. This is I would want it to be a lot thinner. You know? Left side to the right side. My goal is to let new buyers know what to look for. With Tesla, you're gonna have some quality issues. I'm gonna be honest. So now let's check the right side gap. Not that bad. Let's check this door to see if it's flush, and it is flush. So also, this car actually has paint protection film on the rocker panels. So this is an option that some vehicles are coming with. Well, mostly all the vehicles here in Canada are coming with the PPF on the rocker panels. So I don't know how it is on other countries, but we get the PPF and the mud flaps. And I heard in Australia, they've made the tow hitch standard equipment. So, this is a fail. And so if you're thinking about ordering a Model Y, SX3, even a Cybertruck, remember on your delivery day, do yourself a quality check. Don't just accept it. So, all right, that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.